Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through what the average, let's just say, review request journey would kind of look like, right? Let's look at like one of our most recent dealership clients that we have built this for. Essentially, what we'll do is we'll request a very simple report, just only requiring or asking for full name for the customer who has transacted with the dealer on all departments, service, parts and accessories, as well as sales of new and used units. And then their respective email address and phone number. And from that, we upload and we add them to a sequence, which currently it's kind of a basic sequence as far as the way it's built. It's essentially just a review request email and a review request text. The text is very simple. We actually have the capacity to add an image. So like we can add up top the dealership's logo, and then it'll say, thanks for choosing, the name of your dealership. Your satisfaction is very important to us. We'd greatly appreciate to find out the opportunity if we met your expectations. And then, a trigger link. Trigger link just means that we can do various things when that actual user clicks on that link. It can notify us, it can let us know of a bunch of different things. But the link essentially leads to the same place, which I'll show you guys in a second where it leads to. And then this is what the email would look like. It's very simplistic, just trying to really get an answer from them. The logo is clickable to the landing page, and then the same thing here with the, click here. Let me show you what the landing pages look like as far as the review request is concerned, because this is one of the parts that's like really, really, really cool. So where they're going to be driven, right, is to a landing page. As you can see here, it's a subdomain, jackrabbit.messageflow.com/reviews. We actually have the capacity of, if your name servers can be edited, if you have access to them, we can edit that so that actually shows your dealership's domain. So it would say something like reviews.abcdealer.com as an example. And then the really, really cool thing about this particular technology and using a system or software like this is that, so you've got here, okay, you sent out a request and then they tell you, I had an excellent experience. Great. Let's not beat around the bush, waste any time and distract them. Let's just get them to the nitty gritty of what we want them and need them to do, which is to leave a review. So we've kind of opened the gate, and you click leave a review, and then it should point directly, if it's Google My Business, to this part. This is something that's very important for all of you. Keep this in mind for any review software that you use, that your link that you want to take it to is to the one where it actually prompts people to be able to leave a review. Because otherwise people have to look for it and they're not going to do that. Where is it? Write a review. Look at that. See, so it's not very easy to find. You want to make sure you use that link. We have it linked on the landing page, both for the leave us a review, and then also the logo does the same thing as well. Now, what happens if they said they have a bad or a terrible experience? Well, I'm glad you asked. Now, we really want to know why this person did not have a good time with our dealership, right? We want to make things right, and we want to gather data to understand. So let's ask them about what the purpose of their visit was. Were they buying a vehicle? Were they servicing, buying parts, etc.? So now we'll just say vehicle, and I'm just going to say test here. And then, but the person is now obviously required to kind of give us an overall. Now the different questions that we have here can be customized. So we can have as little as just one question, 10 questions, and we can make it a full out survey. I don't recommend making it something more than 2 or 3 questions. Most of our dealers just have about 3 maximum. And that's because you really want to gather the data and the information. People will get discouraged if you make it too long. And it's better to create that personal bond by actually calling them and reaching out to them and touching base and making sure that things are okay. So at this point, you say, we'd like to make things right. Please share some final details. We usually will just make full name and email required with phone number optional. Most people end up anyways filling out the phone number. When submit is hit, this feedback not only will now be registered inside of the forms that were submitted, it'll also send the dealer a notification with information directly on the email that the person just filled out, their contact info, what kind of feedback they left, and then the user is now opened up to calling the dealer directly. So this is a clickable link that'll open up FaceTime or will open up the dialer if you're on a phone. It's apologetic in nature to them, to let them know that it means a lot to you that you weren't able to meet their expectations. And this is a great system to make sure that you're continuing to grow your reviews, and also your average review becomes higher and higher and higher as far as your how many stars you have, but also that you get as many reviews as possible, and very importantly that you collect and survey data on the internal problems in the dealership so that you can fix them and address them.